I've been thinking a lot about this idea of being dangerously beautiful. And not in the way the internet talks about beauty. Like, I'm not talking about being skinnier, being hotter, being more desirable. No, I'm talking about the way that your presence changes the entire vibe and energy of a room. To me, being dangerously beautiful means that you are so irrevocably yourself that you're not questioning anything. You're not letting anyone question anything. You don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about you. And most of all, you are so embodied in exactly who you are that it wouldn't even matter if anyone questioned you. It wouldn't even matter if someone didn't like you or if someone didn't find you to be beautiful. It wouldn't matter, not even in the slightest. Being dangerously beautiful means that you have absolutely nothing to prove. It means that you have absolutely nothing to perform. You just are. You just are so confidently you that you are dangerously beautiful. It's intoxicating. Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Self Love Archives podcast. I am your host, Julia Salvia, also known as your self love bestie, that's here to give you a lesson on becoming absolutely dangerously beautiful. And this isn't about what anyone else thinks and how someone perceives you to be. This is all about how you look at yourself in the mirror, how you feel in your body, the energy that you are embodying from head to toe, soul to heart to brain, all of the above. People are turning their heads, breaking their necks to look your way because you are so incredibly fascinating. You are so incredibly you that the confidence and the energy that you exude is so difficult to ignore. You have this softness to you, but also this edge, this feminine energy, this understanding that you know exactly who you are and there's no question. There's no questioning it. This is an unforgettable type of energy, an unforgettable type of vibe. This is when you leave a room, people want to get to know you. People want to know who you are. People are attracted to this person that you are. I want to be so clear when I say that this episode and what we're talking about today has nothing to do with perfection. If anything, the women in my life, the women that I like to surround myself with are actually the most imperfect people out there because they fully embrace that perfection does not exist. And they fully embrace that they can make mistakes, they can be wrong, they can be imperfect, but they are so confident in their ability to just be a woman that is what makes them dangerously beautiful. I think the second that we start to make beauty about a standard, especially about a societal standard, then we lose the very thing that actually makes us beautiful. At the core of being dangerously beautiful is feminine energy. Feminine energy is the way that you embody this energy. It's about becoming softer. It's about being grounded. And the two ways to do this is through trusting yourself and through feeling safe. We have talked a lot about this throughout this month in our aggressively whimsical month. In order for us to be so irrevocably like ourselves, we need to feel safe. So in order to feel grounded, to be grounded, to lean into everything that we are and be so confident about it, we have to feel safe. And the way that we start to feel safe is that we start to trust ourselves more. Self-trust has been a theme over and over and over again here at the Self-Love Archives. Self-love and self-trust truly go hand in hand. When we start to trust ourselves by keeping our promises, by being consistent, by being disciplined in the things that we know are going to help us, and by choosing the things that we know align with us, we start to trust ourselves more. And in turn, we start to love ourselves more. We start to know ourselves more. We start to love ourselves more. So something that truly allows women to be fully in their feminine energy, fully confident in themselves, is by feeling safe. This means that you're not reacting to everything. You're not chasing validation. You're not in a place of scarcity or having like this scarcity mindset. You are relaxed and you are grounded, not because everything is perfect, but because you trust yourself enough to handle anything that's given to you, anything that's thrown your way, anything that life hands to you. You know that you're going to be able to handle it. I don't want you to see this softness and groundedness as something that is fragile, because in no way is being grounded and soft fragile. If anything, it is softness and strength together. It is the foundation of your confidence, of your energy. Being in your feminine energy is about being in your body, not being in your head. It's about receiving versus constantly feeling the need to prove something. It is allowing for things to manifest into your life versus forcing them to be in your life. It's letting things align and choosing things that align and letting everything else go that does not. If there is something in your life that doesn't feel aligned, the longer you keep it in your life, the more that you are going to lower your trust for yourself, the longer it's going to take to get you to this place of confidence in yourself, the more that you are going to constantly prove to yourself that you don't have love for yourself. You don't trust yourself. Look, making choices to find alignment in your life can sometimes be difficult. But you know the answer. It's within you. And if you have a hard time listening to yourself, listen. If you are struggling to make choices and decisions that align with the highest version of you, have you pictured what she looks like? Do you know who she is? Have you written out that chapter of your story yet? Because you can't align with something if you don't know what you're aligning with. That's why making vision boards can be so incredibly powerful. That's why actually listening to yourself can be so incredibly powerful. That's why knowing yourself can be so incredibly powerful. Can be life-changing, because that's what you want, right? You want to become this higher, feminine, energied, dangerously beautiful version of yourself. But if you are not picturing her and you don't know what she looks like, then how can you expect to align your life to meet her, to be her, to embody her? So how do you become dangerously beautiful? You've visualized your higher self. You know who you are. But what are the steps to actually being and embodying being dangerously beautiful? How do we step into this feminine energy of dangerously beautiful? I want you to get good at something. This helps you build confidence. The more you know about something, the more that you start to perfect, not in this perfectionist type of way, but the more that you are so knowledgeable on and about something, the more that you build confidence around this area of your life. Confidence doesn't come from thinking about yourself differently. It comes from experiencing yourself differently, experiencing your life differently, and building on this confidence, getting good at something is going to help you align with trusting yourself more. It's going to build the evidence that you need to trust yourself, to be more confident. Because you're like, hey, I'm good at this. Hey, I got this. Hey, I know this. And not in this like arrogant type of way. It's just confidence. You know that it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make a mistake, but you know this. You've been practicing this. You've been doing this. You've been getting good at this. So pick something to get good at. Start allowing yourself to make promises and continuously keep them. This is one that I also need to practice a lot of. Slow down. Slow down. Rushed energy is not magnetic. So when we slow down, we can actually be with ourselves. We can actually be with our energy, be with our feminine. People can feel your energy. Whether they really realize it or not, you can feel your energy. And being calm, like thinking before responding, or moving with intention. Stop trying to keep up. Stop rushing. When you allow things to be slow and to be intentional, that energy is magnetic. That is the energy that people notice. Because there's something so confident about moving with intention, about doing things slowly. It's like a soft confidence, a calm confidence, a grounded place. You don't need to be in a million places doing a million things all at the same time. You just need to be present. You just need to be here. You've heard me speak on this one before, but not everything needs to be 100%. If anything, most things need to be at 80, 85, 90, 95%. Let it be imperfect. Let your makeup be imperfect, your hair, your outfit, your work, your schedule, your time management. Like, let it be imperfect and let yourself be okay with it being imperfect. Perfection is exhausting. It's exhausting. Perfection doesn't exist. So you're constantly in a cycle of exhausting yourself, trying to get somewhere that it's next to impossible to get to. So let all of this heavy energy go that you're putting into something for it to be at 100% and be okay with it being 85, 90%. Something that someone had shared with me is that your 80% is someone else's 100%. And more than likely, if you're listening to this right now, you are a high value person. You are someone who is highly emotionally intelligent, highly educated, someone who knows themselves and wants to be a better version of themselves. You are someone whose mediocrity is literally someone else's perfection. So let it be okay to do something and complete it imperfectly. Let it be okay to show up imperfectly confident. Let it be okay to be human. And to that same point, live in your body, not your head. There's something called the second brain. I was watching a couple of videos by this girl by the name of Jills Gearin, And there were a couple of things that she talked about when it came to feminine energy that were really interesting. Some things I didn't agree with, and other things that I was like, yeah, what a great way to say that. Essentially, the term is having a second brain. Your brain is meant to create. Your brain is not meant to memorize or hold all of this information. Because when we're holding all of this information in our brains, we leave less room to create. We leave less room for things to be calm. And it just feels chaotic in our heads. We want a clear headspace. We want to know exactly what our next move is, like what our next step is. So our second brain is writing things down. It's keeping a running notes of the thing. It's brain dumping. It's getting everything out of your head that doesn't need to be dealt with right now. Somewhere to dump all of this information so that your mind can stay clear. It's your second brain. And we want to keep the focus on our brains, our first brain. And last but not least, how could I not include this one? Because being dangerously beautiful is a lot about confidence, but it's also a lot about creating moments of pleasure in life. And yes, in all of the ways that you think of pleasure and all of the things that you think of when you hear the word pleasure. But creating small moments of pleasure are what are really important, and consistently creating small moments of pleasure. This could be all of those whimsical things that you are doing throughout this month of May. This could be things like dressing up for no reason, romanticizing your day, buying yourself little treats, having a little sweet treat, treating yourself to flowers, to a really good cup of coffee. And I would even go as far to say, creating small moments of pleasure could be larger moments of spending time with yourself. Creating and scheduling in these bigger moments of pleasure to spend time with who you are. Actually writing it down in your calendar, making time and putting time aside for these moments with yourself, whether it's a solo date, whether it's a journaling session, it's playing with your Love Yourself More card deck, doing things that allow you to connect with you. Being dangerously beautiful is so much more about the internal than it is about the external. But I think that it is the perfect mix of doing things for the inner part of yourself that allows you to exude this glow, this feminine energy that makes you beautiful. And then doing the things for yourself, like the way that you perfect your makeup routine and do your skincare and take care of your body and your physical self, that makes it all encompassing, dangerously beautiful. Being so incredibly dangerously beautiful is something that you allow yourself to be. It's something that you step into. It's basically like stepping into your power. It is about you when you stop trying to be everything and you just start being you. And the thing is that the right people won't be intimidated by it. The right people will be drawn to you. The right moments, the right vibe, the right energy, the right spaces, the right rooms and the right tables, because you're not settling for less anymore. You're not giving in to the rhetoric that you're being too much. No. You're being so you. So unwaveringly you. Dangerously beautiful energy is soft. It is certain. It is confident. It is feminine. It is self-trusting. It is self-love. It is self-led. And I hope, and I know that this lives inside of you, that you already are dangerously beautiful, that you are so incredibly beautiful. All you need to do is pull it out of you. All you need to do is step into it. All you need to do is allow it, align with it, be it. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode on the Self-Love Archives podcast. It means the world to me that you are here. It means the world to me that you are so ready to step into your power, to step into being so dangerously beautiful that you're going to be turning heads. Turning heads, my girl. Turning heads. Walk with confidence. Be about it. Know yourself. And go into this next week not giving a fuck about what anyone thinks about you and knowing exactly who you are. I love you to the moon and back again and around the sun and Jupiter and Venus and Mars and Mercury and all of the planets in the sky 1,000,000 times over. You're going to kill it this week. And I am so excited to hear all about it. I love you. Bye.